It is our day on the morning show to focus on the Richland School District, and Carrie Stoltz, Richland District Director of Marketing and Communication, with us here today. She's brought along some friends, which we'll introduce you to in just a little bit. Carrie, I saw you last night. It was another late volleyball night.
It was, but not too late.
No.
So.
Could have been more.
Could have been more. We got it done, though. I was so proud of those girls. It was senior night. Really great to see. We've had this great group of seniors. I think they've probably all been playing for all 4 years, and it was awesome to see them get the win and just have a great night celebrating them. Last regular season game, so postseason will start soon, and it was a great win to get. Really proud of them. Congratulations, girls.
And a lot of people are talking about the cross-country teams.
Isn't that awesome? It's so crazy. I got a message. I was actually sitting at the soccer game, and I got a message that says, first time in 50 years that our cross-country team has won conference. Oh, man, they're having quite the year. It's a really, really great year. We've got some great senior leadership on there, and then Owen Dreyer is a freshman who came in and really kind of came in guns blazing. So they won conference, and they're on to sectionals, and we have eyes for state, and we're wishing them all the best of luck, and so proud of them on that conference win. It was a great night, and Eric Mindham is the head coach, and he emails me right away, and he's like, I got pictures, and here they are, and here's the finishers. And we had first team all conference, second team all conference, honorable mentions. The girls, even there were a couple girls who got, I think, second team and honorable mentions. So it's not just the guys, but man, we're proud of them. It's a great day to be a Hornet.
Yeah, it was a nice thing. And then Dodge Point has always been kind of one of their nemesis there, and I know they got by them. They'll probably have to face them again, but the Southwest Conference is always great in cross country. It's tough to win a title, right?
You're right, exactly. So, it's those kids are amazing regardless. I mean, I'm in awe. I'm not a runner, and so I'm always in awe that they can even get out there and do that. I know there's some middle school kids who are really coming up, so I think it's going to be a great few years for cross country, and we're so excited for them. So proud of them. The success is wonderful. It doesn't come without a lot of hard work on the back end, though, and we know that. And it's great to see those kids having the success. They put in the work. They're out there all the time running, and finally a good use for golf courses, right? Yes. It was on some of their shirts. So awesome to see them getting some recognition for all that hard work that goes in. And I mean, the cross-country team for sure, all the fall sports, those kids work so hard, and they're out there every day. And really to see some of these things come into fruition from them is really awesome.
And the boys soccer team finished up the regular season last night.
They did. Unfortunately, couldn't pull off that win, but they will start postseason on Thursday in Alaska, so against Aquinas. So we will hope for the best for them and see if we can pull out a postseason win there too.
And football tonight, right?
Football tonight. It's Football Friday, the last regular season. So we have poster night for the cheerleaders, senior night for the football team. It's going to be great to recognize those guys, and we are pulling for a win, and then they will get seating after that for, depends on kind of the outcomes of some of the Friday night games. So we'll see where we're headed for postseason there too. It's crazy that fall sports are coming to an end, and even the postseason is here. Cross country did it last night, and we've got lots more coming up. So
yes, we do. Well, you brought along some friends today, didn't you?
I did. I always like to bring friends with me.
Brian Jones, Director of Operations and Grounds, and a recent Grand Marshal in the homecoming parade as well. And Chris Clerkin, who will be taking over Director of Operations here in just a little bit. Chris, we'll talk to you first as we were talking football. How's it looking for tonight?
Things are looking really good. The team's playing really well right now. The last two games we've had, guys are meshing well, and we're going to rely heavily on our seniors tonight to hopefully get a win and get an automatic bid into the playoffs. So
this team has had some good games. I know you scored a lot of points in a couple of games this year. The offense has looked pretty good lately.
Yeah, offense has made a big turnaround. We had a little bit of a skid there playing New Glarus and Valley, but they've come around, and I'll tell you what, it's always exciting as a defensive coach to see our offense put points on the board. It takes a little pressure off of me as a defensive coordinator. So,
facing Prairie du Chien, the one thing you don't have to do is face Blake Theory, who you had to face the last couple of years with Prairie du Chien.
Blake Theory's actually gone.
Yeah.
He's at Indiana now, so that leaves a big hole, I think, in Prairie du Chien's offense and defense. So they're relying on kids that probably haven't played a whole lot, with Blake being there. So it's we found things we're going to attack against them, offense and defense. So I think we got a very good chance tonight to win.
Could be rainy too. Have you
I'm
got
hoping
the rain
it doesn't
gear?
rain.
No, me.
We've been lucky all year that we haven't had a rainy game, but I'm fine with it. So bring it on.
Yeah, old school, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then, as Kerry mentioned, you'll find out your seating. The WIA has a reveal show.
Yeah, they have a live show. Yeah. Travis Wilson's actually one of the guys that are on there that hosts it. So yeah, tonight we'll see. As long as we win, automatic bid, and we'll be looking to go somewhere next week. So
I think they usually prepare you like you're grouping, right? But then you don't know who you play till
correct.
tomorrow.
Yeah. They'll preseason. They determine what division you're going to be in, and then they pretty much have most of it already. Who's already in based upon their record right now. So we're just waiting on kind of the bubble teams to finalize. The last little bit here. So.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, if you win, you're in. If you don't win,
if we don't, there's a possibility we can still be in with a less than 500 record, which goes into the whole new WIA format they use for bubble teams to get into the playoffs. So I'm not even sure quite how it works, but it's like a point-based system. Depending on your wins throughout the year, if you win a higher division against a higher division, you get more points. If you play a smaller division, you get less points. So we'll see how it goes this year, first year that they've done this. So see if there's any kinks.
Yeah, it's a learning experience for all of us, I think, isn't it?
Yep.
You bet.
Yep.
Well, we'll talk about your daytime job and come back to you in just a little bit.
Yeah.
But we also have Brian Jones in here in the studio. Kerry was able to wrangle him in here. We appreciate it. How you doing, Brian?
Good morning, Phil. I'm doing good.
Good to have you in here. How many years have you been with the Richland School District?
Just it'll be about 4 weeks shy of 47 here shortly.
My goodness. Who hired you with the district?
Doc Blanchard and Dr. Raymond Larson were the two that hired me back in 1978.
Wow.
So,
how has your job changed over the years, Brian?
my job, so I started out as a grounds person, did the grounds, the mail service, filled supplies for the schools. I did that for about 7 years, and then I had an opportunity to go into the maintenance department, and I did that for 3 years. And in 1988, actually Doc Blanchard left. Elmer Meskins was our supervisor then. He retired, and the job came open, and I applied for it, and I was lucky enough to get the director of operations and maintenance job in 1988.
And that was at, of course, the old high school?
That was the old high school. So I've seen a few buildings get built, been a part of it. The high school, the additions to the intermediate and primary buildings. Seen a lot of schools shut down also.
Yes, you have. With the high school, I remember, there's probably a lot of work just to keep that going, wasn't there, each year?
It was, and it was beginning to be a struggle, and everybody saw it, and we were fortunate enough to get a new building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we all call it the new high school. Now it's going to be going on, 30 years?
30 years, so it's not quite new, but it's held up well, and it should hold up a long time.
Right, exactly. So kind of describe what's a typical day for you, or is there a typical day?
Typical day for me is overseeing the custodial staff with some other folks, making sure everything's clean. We have around 300 right now. We have around 370,000 square feet to clean daily. And we do that with a staff of 15. And we have it down to a pretty fine-tooth comb. That's a typical day, watching over that. We do probably, with our own events, outside events, probably around 2,000 events a year. We oversee all that. So all the wrestling tournaments, basketball tournaments, youth basketball tournaments, dance recitals, a lot of them, plus our own events. We have to oversee all that. Have to keep it clean and the place ready.
That shocks me, Brian, that many events, that it adds up to that many. Wow.
When you take it's a lot of little things too, like just class projects and things like that, like in the auditorium. But we have to make sure it's open and ready and for them to go. So
I see a lot of your staff, of course, the nighttime staff for the games. And
yes,
they do a great job.
Yeah, they do a very good job. We have a good staff. and they all know what they're supposed to do, and they do very good at it.
Mm-hmm. So do they schedule for the night shift, or how do they do that, or does that alternate?
I know that we have two shifts. We have a day shift and a night shift at all the buildings. Most of them start around 6 in the morning, and then another crew comes in 2:30 or 3:30 in the afternoon, works either till 11:30 or midnight.
There have been some construction projects with the district. That's
just a little.
That's
bit
been a busy year for you, hasn't it?
Primary building, we are finishing up a project. Hopefully, it'll be complete December. We have 4 classrooms we tore out. We had a sinking problem in one corner of them. We've fixed it. They're putting the addition back on. Hopefully, that'll be done early part into December. Might be late December. We just don't know. They're moving very well at it right now, laying a block right now on the outside and doing the interior stuff. So hopefully we'll get those teachers back in their rooms. Or the music folks and art folks are traveling on carts right now. We had to take their rooms to put kindergarten rooms into their rooms. So
yeah, a little bit of a setback too over the summer.
A little bit of a setback.
How much did that put you back, though?
Just a few weeks.
I was going to say.
And that was on them. We had some rafters fall.
Could have been worse, right?
Yeah, yep. But that was the contractor, and they made good on it, and we're way past that now. So they really didn't lose too much, and they've been working extra to get it done. So I think they're going to be pretty close to being on schedule to have the thing finished.
Wonderful.
So,
of course, it won't be your worry if it happens in December. It'll be
Chris and Mark's worry.
You'll be on a beach somewhere.
Yeah, probably won't be on a beach, but
so why now? You just kind of deciding
it was time.
Was it?
I thought about 50 years, and Jane had other thoughts, so it's time. So we kind of had this plan this last year that I would give them. They've been so good to me over the years. I told them I would give them 6 months notice so we could get other folks hired and I could stay and mentor them, and that's what we've done. So
working out well.
It's working out good.
Yeah.
We have 2 good people that are going to fill in.
This guy, Chris Clerkin, right?
Yep. One's Chris. He's taking the operations part over, so he'll take the custodial part over the daily operations, and Mark Noble, who's been with us, is taking over the maintenance department.
And that'll give you more time to spend some time with the grandkids and do some other things, right?
Yep. We still have 2 grandkids that aren't in school yet, so we're going to see those 2 a lot. I have a boat that hasn't been out for 4 years. That's going to get out. I have a camper that hasn't been out for that long, so it's time to change. So
yeah. Well, good for you. Yeah.
Yep, I'm excited. We're excited. Not excited about leaving this place. It's much harder than I thought.
Right.
So.
Well, gosh, after 47 years, I mean, why do you feel that you stay that long, Brian?
I don't know. The district's been good. It's a good place to work. It's a great day to be a Hornet. Say it every day. I don't know. I don't like change. That's one thing.
And I don't know if that changes with age either, I think.
Yeah, no. And I've just been fortunate. Everything's fallen in place, and it's been a great place to work. You have your bad days once in a while, and I told these guys before we came in here, if you have a bad day, just go down to an elementary building and see some kindergartners, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th graders, even up through the upper grades. It's just see their smiles, and it'll make you happy. It'll change that in an instant.
Right.
So,
yeah, because you deal with all levels, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
All of them.
Not just the high school. So is there going to be an official passing of the torch to Chris, or how does that work, Brian?
I'm going to go out very quiet.
Are you?
Chris is actually running the operations now, and I'm just following him.
Okay.
So he's doing it, and he's doing a good job.
Right.
So we've had a few folks leave, retirement, and going other places. So he's been in the hiring mode and doing a good job with the HR department. So it's been good.
What do you look forward to the most, Chris?
Actually, just being around the kids more. I've been a coach in the district here for pretty close to 10 years, and I get limited time, and it's usually just with the high school kids. But now being able to be at every school and seeing the kids, and is actually yesterday we were down at the primary school helping out, and just covering the lunch duty. Just being around the kids, I ended up probably 15 hugs from the kids, and just having conversations with them, trying to get, seeing what kind of food I could get off of them, and they need to understand the dad tax, when I'm down there. But I just really enjoy being around the kids. And just like Brian said, if you're having a bad day, you go down there. You can't stay mad when you're down there. So I just really enjoy being around the kids a little bit more.
Now, you probably don't have to do this very much, but I'm guessing, if you do have discipline, they're probably maybe intimidated by you, right?
Yeah, if they're messing around, not doing the right thing, I just show up and I give them a stern look. They straighten right up.
That would work.
Yeah.
So, looking at the future, then down the road, post Brian, you've got a few projects coming up in the works, don't you?
Yeah. Yep. So the first phase was the primary school. Second phase is going to deal more with the intermediate and the high school. So there's not a whole lot of work, as extensive work as the other schools are going to have at the high school, but they're starting with a lot of work at the intermediate school right now. Throughout the school year before summer hits, they're going to be working on the bathrooms, getting those out of the way, maybe working on some lights in classrooms, just the minor stuff that we don't have to have a huge, classrooms cleaned out to redo some rooms, things like that. So, but yeah, this summer is going to be, and a new experience for me with kind of dealing with this referendum going on.
Mm-hmm. Moving and grooving, then, it sounds like a little bit.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces towards it, and as long as you can communicate with the construction guys, that no problem should come up after that. So
some things coming up at the high school grounds then for the summer, or is there anything new there?
Well, I'd like a new football stadium, but that's not in the works.
With a roof.
Well, yeah. The concession stand is actually, we're almost there with that. This week they finished up on the roof, which was nice to see. Finally something that gets completed out there. So I know they're working on the interior stuff, trying to get the bathrooms back working, and then after tonight's game, we'll turn the concession stand area back over to them and let them finish that up. So
they've been able to use the window recently.
Yeah,
right?
Yep. They finished it for homecoming just in time. I think they finished the Thursday morning to get it back to us, and it's been nice having that back. And I'm sure Laura Selgaby is, thankful that it was actually usable for homecoming and then for tonight's game.
No doubt.
Yep.
That was the story of the fire, Brian. That was actually kind of a fortunate thing that it happened when it happened, wasn't it?
It did. We were having a wrestling tournament. I don't know if it was regionals, I think
it was.
That morning, a snowstorm. So we had planned the night before. We had plowed the night before, and we knew we were going to have to plow again that morning. So our grounds folks and maintenance folks came in at 4 a.m. To a surprise, they thought it was, for whatever reason, steam coming off the building. It wasn't steam. It was fire. So it was fortunate. We got a lot of equipment out of there. We had 2 mowers in there and a skid steer. We were able to get them out and some other equipment. So
you being on the fire department, too, you were kind of double duty then, right?
I was double duty, but I stood back and let the fire guys do their thing because I had to pay more attention to the school part. So,
I see. Yeah.
They did a very good job. They had a quick knockdown on it. Took us a week or so, probably several weeks, to find the cause of the fire, and we found it. It was an overheated motor that was a ceiling-mounted motor on a heater, and believe it or not, it was a screw that overheated, went up into a 2x4, and caught the roof on fire. So,
yeah, what are the odds?
Pretty slim to none. But these fire gurus, that's all they do is go around the United States figuring fires out, and they're usually spot on. I've entertained these guys many times in fire scenes, and they know cause and origin very well. So
they have to be good at it for insurance purposes, don't they?
Yeah.
Right. So that's the other thing. How long have you been on the fire department, Brian?
43 years.
43.
Yep. Close to 30 years as assistant chief, and 5 of those years I was the chief. and I'm retiring from there at the same time.
Are you? Okay.
So, yeah, I'm going cold turkey on all of it.
Oh, man.
So
Good for you, but the community's going to lose a little bit there, Brian.
I don't know about that.
But the district, I'm sure, has always been good for you, or good to you in terms of letting you do that as well, right?
Yes, they've been very good. They are pro community in many different ways, and they've been very good about letting me go during the day to fire calls. So, because we're just like every other paid on call fire department around the United States. A lot of people work out of town, and we don't have a big strong crew during the daytime. So they've been good.
So after you retire and that fire bell goes off, you're going to be kind of twitchy, probably, aren't you? Or-
Probably will, but they need coffee made in the middle of the night and things like that. So I'll be around.
You're still going to help out.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
good
I'll
for
be
you.
around at the schools. Probably give it a few months, and then I'll be back. Probably volunteering and helping.
Oh, wonderful. Good. Brian Jones, Chris Clerkin, and Carrie Stoltz, our guests on the morning show. We'll take time out and be back with more in a moment. Welcome back to the morning show on WRCO. We're talking about the Richland School District and some exciting things going on. We're getting to the end of the fall sports season. Gary Stoltz, Brian Jones, and Chris Clerkin are in the studios with us. And Gary, you want to talk a little bit about the school schedule?
Yeah, we do. I mean, it's unbelievable. First quarter ends on October 31st. So we're almost a quarter done, which is just mind-boggling to me. And because of that, we actually have conferences coming up on the 22nd. So there is no school next Wednesday. There's very few days in this year's calendar that we don't have school, but that is one of them. So hopefully the kiddos will take full advantage of that and maybe get a little extra sleep or do some chores at home on that day. But yes, 22nd is no school and conferences. So I think the younger primary and intermediate probably have scheduled conferences for their people. High school is drop-in. So if you have questions or want to see a teacher or anything like that, just pop in on that day or get your conferences scheduled with your kid's teacher for the 22nd. So our teachers will have extended hours. Conferences go from 11 to 7, I believe. So trying to make it possible for parents, no matter their work schedule, to come in and get those done.
They have those twice a year, correct?
Yep,
do it
in the fall and spring. So this is the fall one, and yeah, now's the time. So if you have questions or concerns or anything like that, get in there. Let's try and meet with you now to make sure we get those handled for second, third, and fourth quarter going forward.
They have a concert coming up next week, too.
We actually it's the 28th. So
2 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
The choir concert was originally scheduled to be Monday, but when some things in the calendar changed, especially with like board meetings and the annual meetings, so choir concert is now the 28th. So next Tuesday will be the first opportunity to see our choir kids perform. And along with that, fine arts. If you are a band fan, the marching band will be performing tonight. I think it's Journey is their set this year. So they will be doing their final performance of the year at halftime of the football game tonight. So if you are a band fan, come pack the stands and see the football team and the band performing tonight.
It's really worth it. If you missed it during homecoming, the Journey showcase is really good. Of course, that's right for my era. But
Jeff Behrens is also a fan, I do believe.
Yes.
So
yeah, we're the same age. So,
but he always puts together such a nice show, and those kids work really hard. And they have actually combined rehearsal today just to get ready for it, and it's a treat really to see. And I think that's stoic history that the band has here in Richland Center, and so. It's amazing the fans that you will see there's a couple t-shirts, I'm just here for the band or things like that. So it's just amazing really to live in a place and work for a school district that has such a variety of activities for the kids and find success in so many different avenues. And we have kids who are playing on the football field and also marching in the band. The cheerleaders are out there. You see some of them in their uniforms even when they're out there. So it is really great to see our kids so involved in so many different things and really building these well-rounded kids into well-rounded adults who care about multiple avenues, fine arts and athletics and their academics. And it's a great day to be a Hornet. Can't say it any other way.
I love it when you mentioned the choir, but when they sing the national anthem and you bring out players and you bring out, people wearing different uniforms and people from the stands, and all these kids are involved in so many things.
Such a neat photo to see, even just of all these kids our kids are great. Our kids are amazing. They do so many cool things. Even, I have to give a shout out to the younger ones. Speaking of choir, they sang the school song for homecoming. So it is amazing to see all these kids, and they're so involved and they do so many things, and they're really awesome. So it's a great place to be.
Homecoming went well. It may have been the warmest one on record, right?
It was really warm, which is good and bad, I think, probably for the teams. And the parade was awesome. The bonfire, first time we've done that since, I think Brian said, before COVID. Yeah, had been quite a while. So there's you see a dark spot near the football field. That was the bonfire, and I think they had a great time. The kids were out there. It was class color day that day, so you saw the different colors from the classes out, and really nice out. So we had a great time with homecoming. It was a great week. Lots of school spirit, lots of activity. Hard to believe it was 2 weeks ago already. So we really had a great time with that one.
Yeah, the bonfire was brought back, Brian. You said the first time before COVID was the last time.
I'm pretty sure it was before COVID, the last one we had. So it was a good night. We build the bonfire, so it's controlled, and then the fire department lights it. So it was a controlled event, but the kids had a good time.
Make sure there's nothing stuck inside.
Yeah, years ago they would like to stick things in it. Probably shouldn't have been in there.
Right.
So.
It's a better way to control it.
That's right.
Speaking of COVID, that was a challenge for you and your staff, wasn't it?
That was probably one of the worst challenges over the years. Just all the structure of the thing and what we had to do. We got through it. We never ran out of supplies. A lot of places were short of supplies, cleaning supplies. And we had a good relationship with several vendors who kept us in supply of stuff. So we got through it. We made it through. All the distancing and everything. I know it was a nightmare for classrooms and for choir, band, athletics. It was a nightmare, but we survived it.
Well, your staff, when you talk about cleaning, you had to do almost double then, didn't you?
Yeah. We were a big fan of bleach. A lot of bleaching of stuff. And Dawn hand soap in the classrooms. When we came back, we supplied every classroom with Dawn hand soap. And it killed the virus for whatever reason, they said. And we used a lot of it. So... We were fortunate. We did not run out of supplies, and we made it through like everybody else did.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned your suppliers too. Are you in charge of ordering all that stuff, or how do you?
We order all the toilet paper, the turn towels, the hand soap, all that. That all is going to be in Chris's ballywhack here very soon. He's actually been doing that too. He's been ordering, and we go out for bids and quotes, and we get the best product we can for the least amount of money. So we do a pretty good job of it. When that was one of the things when we moved from the old building out to the new. When we planned the new, we planned for an area that we could store a lot of stuff so we could buy in bulk, and we do. So that helps us.
I can't imagine at the old high school you had a lot of storage space.
We did not have much. We used Pine River School. We had a lease on that. We stored a lot of stuff in there. We used the basement of Brush Creek School. We rented from a couple businesses downtown and had supplies in it. So we didn't have a lot of space.
Yeah, you had so many outlying schools at that time that the district was still, using or in charge of.
Yes. I was, unfortunately, I was here for seeing Washington, Aiken, Rockbridge, Union School, Brush Creek School all shut down.
You had to go out and maintain those as well, didn't you?
Yeah, we did. And we had food service people taking lunches out to those. We were delivering supplies out to them daily. And then the last two were Lincoln and Jefferson we shut down. So, but what do you do?
Yeah. You find that it's cheaper to operate, obviously, with those kind of things.
But we have a good model we're working with now, and it should last the district a long time.
Mm-hmm. Memories? Any other thing you'd like to add today,
Not
Brian?
really. It's just a lot of good memories. I don't really dwell on the bad stuff, so just lots of great people to work with over the years, and a lot of friendships, and gonna miss that.
But you said you'll be back, so
I'll be back. I'm not.
Yeah.
We're not leaving the community.
Great.
We're here.
just gonna fade away.
I'm not going to be going to Arizona or any place like that. We're here. So I love Wisconsin. I love Richland County.
That's awesome. So, Chris, do you have Brian on speed dial then for the upcoming months when he's gone?
Yeah, I've got him on speed dial, or I could just walk up to his house. He only lives a couple blocks away from me. So, but yeah, I mean, he's been great to have mentor me with the short time I have left with him. But yeah, he's one that's offered if I do have any questions or need help on something, give him a call.
So right now the focus is on getting things ready, the construction ending and the primary school and getting that back into shape. That's probably the next goal, isn't it?
Yeah. So as soon as those rooms are done and get turned back over to us, then we have a chance to get in there, set it up, and get the classrooms back to normal as quickly as possible, so that teachers can get back into their rooms, like the music and art teachers, and just get back to a normal schedule. I mean, that's going to be the biggest thing for the kids and for the teachers.
Now, you talk about teamwork. That staff has really had to kind of, do their own thing, serve out of carts and everything else. Right?
Yep. And they've done a great job with it. Amy Hardy down at the primary school, she's the principal there. I mean, they've worked hard, and this model they used during COVID to get teachers around to the different classrooms, so music and art will travel to the classrooms to get that stuff done.
And all the unsung heroes behind the scenes, you have a lot of them, don't you?
Yeah. Just with us dealing with the custodial staff, just like Brian had said earlier, we had a couple of retirements that came in before I started. So we've been dealing with, some vacancies in the schools, and our staff has done a great job on, making sure the schools get cleaned at night, even being short-staffed. It's more for them to do, but they take pride in it and make sure the schools get cleaned every single night. So, I've been around to help them out when I can. And it's a lot of moving parts, trying to get people to cover different areas, and they've just done an absolute wonderful job with it. So.
You got to buddy up to the lunch people, too, just in case there's some leftover tater tots or something, too, right?
Yep. If I can get any extra food, I'm all for it. So.
Could you give us a little bit of a construction update, Brian, at the high school?
The high school, we're not doing much there right now other than the concession stand. Mm-hmm. But this next winter, we're probably going to be doing, the auditorium's going to be getting a facelift. New curtains, some work on the stage, new rigging, some new electronics in there, new carpet. So that's some of that's going to probably start over the winter. I'm not sure how much. Probably some wiring. And then next summer we're going to be remodeling all the bathrooms, and new lighting retrofit. We're going to LED everywhere inside the building, and a new parking lot. New loading docks, so we're going to be really busy next summer. They will be. I won't.
You'll be watching it from afar,
yeah,
right?
I will.
Does that require anything as far as the school schedule is concerned, Chris? Getting out earlier or starting later or anything like that?
I believe the school is going to be getting out just a little bit earlier this year, so that we have access to areas a little bit sooner. Because in construction projects they may overpromise a little bit, and it may extend to a certain point into the summer or into the start of the school year. So they're going to want to get the kids out of there as soon as possible, so we can get started on that. Give them as much time as possible to complete the projects.
How much will your staff be involved, like in the auditorium, for instance, reworking wire and carpet and things like that? Or
no, they're
nothing?
not allowed to touch that stuff.
No,
we leave that to the contractors. We'll pay companies to come in and do that. So, but we'll be there to assist with moving stuff out of the classrooms if they need it. And then, obviously, as soon as things get turned back over to us, now that's when we kind of really start. Our job is to come in there and just make sure it's ready for school when school starts.
When that auditorium was built, Brian, we kind of felt like it was state of the art,
It was.
But we have to They have to do some upgrades. Huh?
Yeah, it's and get it back to state of the art. So that's where they're going with it. And it ought to be fun to see it happen.
Awesome. Carrie, anything else you want to add today?
If anybody is interested in working with the Richland School District, we do have an opening in our STING program, which is our after-school program. So they're looking for some help. It's afternoons and a few hours, definitely part-time, working for drivers too. So if anybody's got questions on that or interested in applying to work with our kiddos after school to kind of help bridge that gap between when school ends and when parents get out of work, you can definitely give a call to the primary or intermediate school, or Alexis Fisher is our coordinator for the STING program. So her email is on the district website if anybody is interested in doing that. And keep an eye out if anybody's interested in working for the district. We do have vacancies throughout the year, and those are on the website as well. It's a great day to be a Hornet. And if anybody's interested in being one, coming on with us full-time or in a sub capacity, we're always looking for subs for maintenance custodial. Doesn't always have to be a teacher, or if teachers are looking to sub, we would love to hear from you and love to welcome you to the Hornet community as well.
Well said. Chris, good luck tonight. What do the Hornets have to do if you're going to get this win against Prairie?
Well, hopefully Brady Dosh will have to rush for, maybe 200, 250, and then have, 30 tackles on defense.
Oh, okay.
He's,
Not to put the pressure on him.
No,
or anything.
not at all. No. They'll give it their best, and I'm sure we'll come away with a win tonight. So
He had a career high rushing a couple of weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's 256 yards, I believe he had rushing, which he's well over 1,000 yards at this point. I think he's number 2 or number 3 in Division 5 right now with yards. So he's a good running back.
Stellar season.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah, you bet. Well, good luck tonight, Coach.
Thank you.
You bet. Chris Thurkin joining us. And Brian Jones, we appreciate you coming in and sharing your remembrances. And nothing but luck to you, my friend.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you so much.
Thanks for your service to the district.
Thank you.
For the fire, serving us and keeping us protected through the years.
It's been a great ride.
You bet.
Wouldn't trade it for anything.
Brian Jones joining us from Richland Center District. Chris Clerkin and Carrie Stoltz on today's morning show.